we're about to meet a woman who, her name is Rosie. She dropped 110 pounds. She was 300 pounds, yes. Went to 193. She has an incredible story. Let's just take a look.
Hi, I'm Rosie. Weight has always been an issue for me. My grandmother raised me until I was about 5 years old. She always gave me food and candy. The comfort and love that I felt regarding food came from her. My earliest memories of eating abnormally began then. I then went to live with my stepmother and father and traveled quite a bit because my father was in the Army. It was a dysfunctional household. I believe I transferred my feelings about food with me each time I moved. Throughout the years, food brought me tremendous comfort. As a teenager, my weight fluctuated as I bounced between starving myself and binging. I got married at 18, and my husband and I had our daughter by the time I was 20. My weight soared to 300 pounds within 2 years. My husband gently suggested that I go to the gym. In the next few years, I made several attempts to lose weight, only to gain it back again. In 2002, when my daughter Ebony was 14 years old, I realized that I was living a lie. Everything I was telling her about living well and being healthy, I wasn't doing for myself. And then I decided to try to lose the weight once and for all. I made up my own guidelines and promised to be patient with myself. Self-acceptance and accepting responsibility for my health are at the top of my list each and every day.
What an incredibly sweet woman. So let's take one more look at Rosie. Let's get that before picture up there. All right, Rosie's about to come out the door. All right, Rosie, come join the Joy Fit Club. Oh, no. Oh, my God. What does it feel like to be so skinny? But girl, I already know what it must feel like. No, you look so good. Thank you. You look in the mirror and go, look at me. I was you do? You got that? Yeah. But you know what I loved about her? Just reading the note, you had confidence all the way. All the way. She had, when she was heavy, it wasn't like you said, oh God, I'm heavy, and you crouched down. No, you were head up.
To get to that point to make the start. That confidence was not there initially at all.
Right.
What was your aha moment?
My aha moment was realizing that my daughter was getting older and that I was basically lying to her about how to live a healthy life and to go for what she knew in life.
You were preaching something you weren't living.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the best part about being lighter? Because I always hear people say, like, I don't have heart problems anymore, my knees don't hurt. What's the biggest change you felt?
Confidence and looking great and wearing clothes that I want to wear each and every day.
So were you heavy all the way when you were a little girl?
No.
When did you start putting on the weight?
At about 20 when I got pregnant and had my daughter, and it just compiled from there.
But I understand your husband was very gentle about maybe you should go to the gym, honey, after the baby.
Nudge,
right?
nudge.
Nudge. And you didn't go to the gym?
I didn't go to the gym until he suggested it.
Yeah. Joy, what makes her unique? Like, what's different about Rosie's story, Joy?
Aside from being so lovable.
You are so adorable.
She is. It's very contagious.
Well, I think one of the big points that I got from Rosie is that she started to lose the weight when she was honest with herself. She was in denial for quite a while, and when she became aware of how overweight she was, she just made up her mind she was going to change behaviorally and with the food. And I want to show you some of the food she was eating before.
This is unbelievable. Let's look at what you dined on.
This is real. This is from Rosie. She would start her morning with a half a box of Captain Crunch cereal with some milk,
a whole half a box,
a whole lot of eggs with some sausage, and 4 pieces of toast with jam.
So that was breakfast.
I can't even imagine the grocery bill you had.
I know. I had to work to pay it.
All right.
Lunch was 4 hot dogs with relish and ketchup.
Unbelievable.
And then for dinner, she would have things like 2 oversized beef burgers with
Not the
ketchup
pre-made patties,
and
huh?
the high-fat beef with mayonnaise and ketchup and the works. A whole lot of
There
rice.
aren't that many calories in an onion.
A lot of chips, a lot of dessert, the ho-hos and hostess. But her big vice, every single day she would have 2 king-size Snickers bars.
Come down here, girl.
And
Don't
I did
try
the
to hop
math.
it.
You ready for this?
Come on. Come on. Okay, what is this?
At the end of 1 year, she totaled 730 king-size Snickers. That's 365,000
Okay, can I ask you one
calories
question?
worth.
If I were to eat this entire basket full, how many pounds would somebody put on by eating all that?
In a year, it averaged out to about 2 pounds per week. That's
So
more
that's-
than 100 pounds at the end of the year.
So this was the hardest thing to give up,
And
Rosie?
It was the hardest thing, but I did it gradually.
And what about now when you see a Snickers bar?
I don't do Snickers.
You don't do
I don't
Snickers.
Are you cold turkey on all this stuff? Or do you every now
Pretty
and
much,
then?
yeah. Pretty
Yeah?
much, yeah.
So what do you have for a snack now that's healthy?
Snack now is 100-calorie pack of popcorn
Yeah.
or some yogurt.
Or I heard you like a Cliff Bar,
Cliff
right?
bars
a
are
Cliff
good.
Bar, good for
They're
energy.
more nutritional.
You know what, though? She lost the weight eating Snickers because she did know that she couldn't give it up immediately. So instead of the king size, she went to the fun size, and she kept it in her
Can I ask
routine.
quickly, what did you eat? Like, how did you change your diet?
The first 9 months, it was just basically behavioral.
Yeah.
And I scaled back on my normal foods that I ate. And then the second 9 months, I started keeping track of my calories and just eating regular food.
And can I just say one other thing this woman did? This is unbelievable. More Magazine had a marathon and half marathon yesterday, and you ran it. What'd you run? And there's another woman right there. who ran the half marathon. Girl, you got to feel so good. All right. Thank you, Rosie.
Fantastic,
Joy,
Rosie.
thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Joy.
And again, if you want to join the Joy Fit Club, go to todayshow.com.